Okay. Anyway, speaking of things you get in the mail, eBay could owe $1.9 billion. That's billion dollars in fines for allowing sale of 343,000 emissions defeating devices. So apparently there are these devices out there that will defeat emissions tests so that people can just pollute all willy-nilly, and that's like a thing for some reason.
Yeah.
And now eBay's response was like, hey, listen, we actually like take off 99% of devices.
99.9%.
99.9% of devices like that. So they're basically saying like, in the scale of what we're doing, we're removing everything that's humanly possible. And that actually may be true, but still like that, like I'm just shocked that somebody takes the time to create the technology to beat him. It seems like you're like, it's so many workarounds. Like just fix the car, man. It's not that hard. Like, and I say man, because I don't think any women would ever be stupid enough. Like
I'm sure there probably are, but yeah. I think anybody that's caught with something like this should basically have their driver's license revoked for life.
100% done.
Because
you don't get to drive anymore.
You're basically saying, you know what? I don't care about the health and safety of anybody else
ever
on the planet.
Yeah.
And done.
Anyway, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Next up, Atlassian, which I'm a huge fan of, by the way.
Yeah, man.
To acquire former unicorn Loom.
Which I'm also a huge fan of.
Yeah, for $975 million. Here's the bone I have to pick with the title of this.
Okay.
Former unicorn.
I know.
$975 million.
But I think
20... They used to be 1.5 billion.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big dip from 1.5. I think that was the point of the article.
I mean, come on, still $975 million.
It is hater to be like former unicorn.
I mean, that's throwing shade for for nothing. Like, did you create a company that was worth $975 million?
Yeah. So,
right?
No, I'm a big fan of Loom though, and I think like asynchronous. And like what this tells me is this. So Atlassian is huge on teams being able to collaborate together and all the tools that allow teams to collaborate together.
Yep.
And what Atlassian is recognizing is the dire need for a very solid asynchronous solution that includes video. Because listen, people are terrible. I mean, terrible communicators, like so bad. Like it's shocking how bad they are.
Yeah.
And so if you have something where you can do audio and video and somebody can share their screen easily, it makes communication so much better, and it's so streamlined and it's so well done. Like Loom is fantastic. And so I think this is a great move. Hopefully they'll make it even better, maybe make it even cheaper. I use the free account right now. I'd love to not have to do that, but we'll see. So
I wonder if any of our listeners are thinking right now, pot, kettle, by you saying people are terrible communicators, and they're like, yeah, you two are terrible communicators.
I mean, maybe, but like I was thinking about this the other day. Like for example, okay, great example. I got a Slack message from a coworker, kind of quasi coworker the other day, not really coworker, volunteer coworker.
You can say it's me. That's fine.
It wasn't you. The message was, I can't log in to so and so. That's the message, and I'm like, okay. Like if you need something, ask me a question. If you need something, like if you like, do you have the login for so and so? Can you help me log in? Like, no, I can't log in. That's a statement. Okay.
That sounds like a bad day that you're having.
I can't baby communicate anymore. Like I'm done with that. Like if you can't do it, I'm not going to baby communicate anymore with anybody. So if somebody makes a statement and they're just expecting me to like infer what that means and what I'm supposed to do, like I'm not going to just, okay. That's my,
what you reminded me of is the Office clip where Andy and Michael are talking in baby talk back and forth.
I will not do that. That's not going to happen. So, all right. Oh man, I was hoping I wasn't going to get this one. All right. I think this school is it Gallaudet? Gallaudet. See, I was really hoping I wasn't going to get it. All right. Gallaudet football used brand new 5G powered helmets this week to help its deaf athletes. This is super cool. So
Gallaudet is actually pretty well known. They're a deaf college.
I assume that's what it was, right?
So yeah, every student is either hard of hearing or deaf completely.
Right. And they wanted their football players to be able to receive signals or receive calls from the coach. And so they've got a 5G enabled helmet, and it's got like a little augmented reality thing, a little screen in there. And like some symbols will flash up on the screen, and then they know what play's being called, and then they can, do their thing, which is kind of amazing.
The thing that I wonder though is how does this not get taken to the, maybe there's rules around this, like, hey, it's only for plays and not like real time, because I can imagine as a quarterback then.
Look left, like they're signaling him to look left and he's like, yeah, they're controlling the sidelines. Yeah, that's true.
Like actually knowing what the entire field looks like.
Yeah. You can really
what
cheat
people
that way.
are doing and predictive analysis of what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Then you could.
Well, this was a test case, first of all. Right. So, I mean, it was a test. So they're still figuring it out. But I love that they're using this technology to help people that have that need. That's so important. So,
to be football players, even though you can't hear. And
yeah, it's great.
Never really thought about that as an issue.
More power to them. No, I'm not.
Awesome.
Football's not for me. No, I mean, I'll watch it, but I don't ever want to. I don't want to get
hit. Same here. I am not built for that.
I would break.
I would break as well. But talking about fixing things that are broken, Rice engineered material can reconnect severed nerves. You heard that right.
Dude.
This is incredible.
That's crazy. We're getting into some deep science here.
They have a magneto-electric material that basically kind of bridges the gap. And they've done this on rats. First of all, I feel very bad for animals that they do these testing on. Like, I understand we need it and stuff, but it's like, it's hard. Hey, you're perfectly fine. I'm going to paralyze you so I can test this out.
I mean, I guess on the flip side, they were bred for it. So like maybe that makes you feel a little better.
Yeah, but still, I feel a little bad, but
it's a little gross.
There's no other way to test it, I guess. So, but yeah, so they figured out this material and they've had challenges with other materials in the past and they've kind of figured this out and it bridges the gap.
It's amazing.
Obviously, it's not been tried in humans yet.
Yeah, right.
But this could be really, really interesting. There's a lot of details in the article. It's a press release from Rice University. But if you're
stuff I don't understand.
If you're an electrical engineer like me, it's like, oh, it's super fascinating. It's like piezoelectric layers. I mean, it's pretty neat. All the stuff in there. I don't 100% understand it either because I'm not all that sciencey anymore. But it's pretty neat. And so hopefully it could mean good things for people that have
great things.
Accidents and are paralyzed. So there you go.
All right. So for our listeners, I'm going to have to apologize for this transition because we're going to go from material that can reconnect severed nerves to Kendall Jenner's AI chatbot has arrived and it's scary realistic. And so this is a chatbot from Meta. And Kendall Jenner is just one of many celebrities that will be that it will have a chatbot of. And each celebrity has a different personality. So for example, there's going to be a Mr. Beast chatbot, AI chatbot that's supposed to be funny. Like that's it. Like, and it's not called Mr. Beast. He's called something else. So like Kendall Jenner's chatbot's called Billy. Yeah. Mr. Beast is called Zach. And
Snoop Dogg is dungeon master for some reason.
Yeah, for like your games, like maybe he's gonna like be a legit dungeon master. Like, is that an aspect of Snoop Dogg we didn't know about? I don't know.
Play D&D? Maybe
I don't
he plays
know.
D&D.
Maybe so. I mean, he would be a great.
I could get back into D&D if I was playing with Snoop Dogg.
If he's the dungeon master,
not as a chatbot like the real Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, I would probably go like take an accounting course if I could sit next to the real Snoop Dogg in the accounting course. Like I would like there's a lot of really
is that like the most boring thing you could think of? An accounting course?
I didn't do well in accounting and I really didn't enjoy it. So yeah, it's one of the worst things I could think of. I mean, like off the top of my head, like that's what comes to mind. I would go sit at the DMV for 5 hours if I could sit next to Snoop Dogg. That's all I'm trying to say. Like that seems like a good
It would be pretty hilarious. And knowing that he's friends with Martha Stewart, it just makes, ever since that friendship started, it's made me think differently about Snoop Dogg.
It's kind of, well, like I like those kind of like for like also Michelle Obama and like George W. Bush being friends. Like, like there's just something kind of sweet about it. It's like, I don't know what it is. It's like, it's kind of amazing. So
also when I heard that Laura Bush, George W. Bush's wife likes Bob Marley, I was like, wait, what?